break. I hope you enjoyed your break and took a nice break from doing any schoolwork, maybe some reading in there, but I hope you took a break from your math and skills lessons and just enjoyed a few days off. We're back now though, so that means today is Tuesday, April 14th, which means we are on day 15 of our distance learning. And we're going to start off today with some skills. To start off, we're going to go over some tricky words, and those will be found on your cheat sheet. The cheat sheet is in your packet, and it looks like this. It has a circle, there's a star, there's another type of star, and looks like a cloud on it. Has this at the top. This is what it looks like. Okay, the back side of your cheat sheet has your tricky words. And it has your kindergarten and first grade tricky words. Some of them are the same. Some of them you learn in kindergarten and then we hit them again in first grade. So some of them are going to match up. But I'm not sure if you can see them clearly on the board, but they are on your cheat sheet. So if you want to go over those with your parents or grandparents or a babysitter, that would be great. I'm going to go over them quickly with you. I'm just going to read through them. So the ones we learned in kindergarten: I, of, all, one, from, was, when, word, why, to, where, no, what, so, which, once, said, says, are, were, here, there, they, their, he, she, we, thee, me, my, by, you, your. Is, some, come, small, as, are, were, once, do, to, the, who, was, when, where, which, why, what, would, should, could, because, down, today, tomorrow, yesterday, how, picture, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, stagecoach, cow, are, has, and his. And if you guys can just practice those 2 or 3 times a week, get familiar with how they look, how to spell them, and what they say. Alright? Okay. We are also going to read in our reader today. I don't think you have this story in your kitty cat book. So I pulled it from the link that I sent your parents. It's also on my website. There's a link to the Unit 6 reader, which is called Grace. And this is a story that we're doing today called The Yard Sale. Now, in today's story, you are going to see some new spellings that we've learned with the N sound. You're going to see the word knapsack. It's spelled with a K-N for the N sound, knapsack. You're going to see the word knives. It's spelled with the K-N for the N sound. You're also going to see the word price and choice. And both of those words have the S sound spelled with a C-E. You're going to see the word sale and games, and those are the old spellings that we learned way back at the beginning of the year with the A-E, and that's where the sneaky E comes in and makes the A say its name. So those are some of the spellings you're going to notice. You're also going to notice the words yard sale. A yard sale is an event where someone sells used things in front of their home. Maybe you've had a yard sale before. You're going to see the word coil, and that is material that is wound into a circle, like a slinky. A slinky is in a coil. Selfish. Selfish means not thinking of other people, only thinking about what you want. Thrilled. Thrilled is very excited or happy. I will be thrilled when we can come back to school. Bin, B-I-N. Bin is a container that holds things. And we have a big bin that we put all of our lunch boxes in every morning. And you're gonna hear 2 books for the price of 1, or 2 for the price of 1. That's an expression you only need to pay for one item, but you get two for that price. So kind of like buy one, get one free. All right, so I want you to listen to the story today and listen to how Grace makes a decision at a yard sale. All right, let me grab my pen. Okay, the yard sale. Grace went to a yard sale. There were lots of things for sale at the yard sale. There were books and games and shelves. There was a long coil of rope, a knapsack, and a lamp. There was a rack of pants and dresses. There was a bin filled with forks, spoons, and knives for the kitchen. Grace spent some time looking at the books. She found one that she liked and one that was perfect for Jill. There was just one problem. She did not have the cash she needed to get her book and the one for Jill. She would have to make a choice. Grace saw that she would have to get just one of the books. But which one should she get? She looked at her book, then she looked at the book for Jill. In the end, she dropped her book back in the box. And there's our picture. Uh-oh, too far. Grace went to see the man who was having the yard sale. She said, "I would like to get this book." "Did I see you looking at two books?" said the man. "Yes," said Grace, "but I can't get two with the cash I have. So I would like to just get this one for my sister." "Well," said the man, "you are in luck. We are having a sale for sisters who are not selfish. That sort of sister gets two books for the price of one. So you run back and grab that book that you liked." Grace was thrilled. She ran back and got the book. And here's our picture. And that's the end of that story. That was a short 2-page story. All right, now we're going to work on our questions, which are found on page 11.4 in your kitty cat book. So if you guys will grab page 11.4 in your kitty cat book, and I'll get that up on the board for us. Page 11.4. And I'll see if I can get that up here and get it not so blurry. Maybe not. There we go. All right, 11.4. And number 1 says, "What is for sale at the yard sale?" Now, there were several items at the yard sale. You do not have to write an entire list of every item, but we will put a few things up here on the board. Now, remember, we want to restate the question in our answer. So, what is for sale at the yard sale? Let's restate our question with a complete sentence. What were some things? Books, games, shelves, rope. So we'll start with books, capital B. Books, games, shelves, rope. I know that was on our list. And what else? Lamp. Let's say lamp. Knapsack. And were for sale at the yard sale. Okay. So, what is for sale at the yard sale? Books, games, shells, rope, a lamp, a knapsack, and dresses were for sale at the yard sale. Now, I made a list, so I had to include commas beside the words on my list. And then I used and before the last thing on my list, okay? So, what is for sale at the yard sale? We used for sale at the yard and sale. So we used all of those words, so we know we restated our question and our answer. We used a capital, punctuation, we wrote neatly, and we spelled everything correctly. Now, if you weren't sure how to spell knapsack, it's right there in the reader store. You would just go back and look at it, and it would help you. All right. I don't remember what page it was on, so we won't worry about that. Number 2. What is Grace's problem? So in the story, Grace ran into a little problem. What was her problem that she ran into? I want you to think about it. And now tell me what it is. What was the problem she ran into? Yell it out to me. Very good. She didn't have enough money to buy 2 books, right? There were 2 books that she wanted, one for herself and one for her sister, but she didn't have enough money. So, Grace did not have the cash to get 2 books. That's what we'll say. What is Grace's problem? Grace's problem was that she did not have the cash to get to the number 2, TWO, books. Now, you don't have to word it just like I did. You can word it in a different way. As long as you have the right answer, you can say it in a different manner. That's okay. What is Grace's problem? Grace's problem was that she did not have the cash to get 2 books. We restated our question. We used capitals, punctuation. We wrote neatly, spelled all of our words correctly. All right, flip your paper. Number 3 is at the top. How was Grace's problem solved? If you remember, when Grace went up to purchase the book for her sister, the man having the yard sale asked her, "Didn't I see you looking at 2 books?" And Grace told him yes, but she was just going to buy one for her sister. And he says, "Well, it's your lucky day because this is a 2-for-1 yard sale for people who are not selfish." So, how was Grace's problem solved? We'll start with the man at the yard sale lets Grace get for the price of one. Period. Which goes back to our phrase, two for the price of one, which is basically buy one, get one free. We're not worried about the page right now. So how was Grace's problem solved? The man at the yard sale lets Grace get 2 books for the price of one. Number 4. Why did the man let Grace get 2 books for the price of one? Do you remember what the man said? He let her get 2 books for the price of one because she was not being selfish. She put the book that she liked back and was just going to buy a book for her sister. So she was not being selfish. She was being very kind. So, why did the man let Grace get 2 books for the price of one? Let's start with the man let Grace. That will restate our question in our answer. The man let Grace get 2 books for the price of one because our big first grade tricky word, B-E-C-A-U-S-E, because she is not selfish. Period. Why did the man let Grace get 2 books for the price of one? The man let Grace get 2 books for the price of one because she is not selfish. Alright guys, great job. If you still need to work on copying that, just pause the video for a moment. Or, if you're wording yours a little different, that's okay. You don't have to write exactly what I write. As long as you have the correct answer, that's fine. But I do need a complete sentence with capitals and punctuation, neat handwriting, restate the question, okay? Alright, moving right along. Before spring break, we learned about nouns and pronouns. We learned that we can replace nouns with pronouns. So if I write the sentence, let me get a whiteboard. That way it's easier for you guys to see what I'm writing. So if I write the sentence, Kate went on a trip, period, then I could replace Kate with a pronoun for my second sentence. Okay, so my first sentence is Kate went on a trip. Now I want to replace my noun, Kate, with a pronoun. Blake was sad at the start of her trip. And we learned that we could replace Kate with the pronoun she. Kate went on a trip. She was sad at the start of her trip. We also learned that we can replace words like Jack with he, the word coin with it. So some of the common pronouns that we will be using and that you'll use as we go through first grade are she, he, it, they, I, hers, his, we, us. These are some of the more common pronouns that we'll use. Just remember, a pronoun can replace a noun. Okay, so just like we replaced Kate with she, we replaced Jack with he. On our last worksheet, we replaced the coin with it. Okay, those are pronouns. So, as a review, I want you to find 13.1 in your kitty cat book. It looks like this. Page 13.1. Try to get the whole thing on the board for you. All right. So we have been given the pronouns he, she, and it. They've given us our pronouns he, she, and it, and our directions are to replace the underlined part in the words, in the sentences, with one of these pronouns. And they've helped us out with number one. Number one, Vince is a good catcher. What could we replace Vince with? He, she, or it? Vince would be a he. Very good. So we will write he on the lines. And we're not going to mark it out because we'll use them over and over. Okay? Number two, the mouse is on the fence. Would we replace the mouse with he, she, or it? Good job. We would replace the mouse with it. We don't know if it's a boy mouse or a girl mouse. So we will replace the mouse with it. Number three, the prince had goose for dinner. The prince had goose for dinner. We are replacing the prince. Would we replace the prince with he, she, or it? We know that a prince is a boy, so we would replace the prince with he. He had goose for dinner. All right, number four. The horse ran in a race. We are going to replace the horse, the underlined part, the horse, with a pronoun. Would we replace it with he, she, or it? Yell it out to me. We would replace the horse with it. Very good. We don't know if it's a boy horse or a girl horse. So, we'll go with it. It ran in a race. All right, number 5 and 6, I want you to practice these two all by yourself, okay? We have mom has a red blouse. What are we going to replace mom with? He, she, or it? We're replacing mom, okay? And number 6, Gran knits socks for her grandkids. We are replacing Gran. Will we replace Gran with he, she, or it? All right, I'll let you guys finish those two all by yourself. And since it is a new week, we have new spelling words. So let's go over those quickly. This is list number 15. And it's in your packet. So list number 15, spelling words for this week. Maps, mice, hammer, trimmed, skipped, scrub, space, could, knapsack, and blouse. And these are just some ideas for you to practice your spelling words this week. You can do any of these activities. I want you to do at least 3 spelling activities. If you have something that you like to do that's not on this paper, That's okay too. I just want you to practice your spelling words however you want to do it, okay? I just want you to practice them. And then on Friday, we'll do our little test, our spelling test, okay? So these are your new spelling words. The list is number 15. And that's all for today's lesson. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.